Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. $13 yards remaining on second down. On play action, Allen. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Here's Allen. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Allen off the play fake. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tua. He'll find Lindsey here, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Watch out now, 50 series.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line.
Right, 60.
He finds his man, complete. It's Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Ready, ready. And cycle.
On play action, here's Tua. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch out. Right through.
From the gun, it's Tua. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Here we go. 38. 52 blaster.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
What do you need? 6 seconds. Ready?
Looking to pass. Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Wide open.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Finding space at the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Half 85.
Left side, Cook. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second down and 8.
Alert, alert, alert! Middle. Alert!
Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 receptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To the air, Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Allen gonna throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Cook into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And complete right side to Cook. Touchdown, Bills! James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll just get rid of it.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways call this penalties.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught at the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Play action, now it's Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. His throw incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for a play caller, because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slam. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out right at the 35. 82 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Alert, alert, alert.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 38. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll roll. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
56, 56, alert.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Back to the ground, Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Running off tackle with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's going to air one out. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It
certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Handoff comes to Cook, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Allen now looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Touchdown! James Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It's complete to Cruz. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line.
Let's go now. Right. Hey, please. Hustle.
Looking to pass. Tua sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Let's go.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Come on, 38. Blaster.
Now with whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. The two are going to try and throw for it, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Cook up the gut. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Allen off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. To throw, it's Allen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Allen taking it himself. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. In motion left is a running back. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Mega.
Now Tagovailoa. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to win. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. I don't think we could hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner. They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.